just like in the background.
Listen to what?
Lil Baby in a minute.
In a minute.
Fuck, bro.
What's your anthem? I feel like every time I'm around you, you slap some like kind of like
strong
gangster
supporter
shit.
of 42 Dugg, Lil Baby, Duh Baby. I like all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why is that like your go-to? Why is it not like, I don't know, like house
What's
music?
your go-to?
I don't know. Sometimes I like some like, you know, Revolution.
I used to love EDM and house music, and I just stopped liking it when I like turned like 23, 24. Just like I just started listening to only rap music.
You got out of the Molly and the ecstasy. You were like, fuck that, I'm done with that house shit.
Not quite, but like
okay.
But like the time I will listen to like Jewel, you know who Jewel is? Or like Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Or like Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
The night after I do all the Molly or drink and you're hungover depressed, like then I go to like the soft 80s.
Okay.
Like, is it really worth living?
Yeah, because you're so stupid. Because I spent enough time around you and Steve. Whenever Steve gets into his modes where he'll play like old music, you always want to put like 42 Dugg on or like Maybach or something.
Like what old music does he really put on?
Like
he puts on Nickelback, which is like 90s, but like I'll listen to the Stones. Like I'll listen to the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones. I'll listen to that. Maybe like the Police, but he doesn't listen to shit like that.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes he does.
Maybe like the Eagles or some shit.
I feel
when
like
he's in like the Corvette.
I feel like 99% of the time though you're just like on some like gangster rap shit.
I've always been
a gangster rapper.
No. I've always wanted to be a gangster rapper.
Yeah, okay. All right. So
I'm telling you right now, when I was like 12 or 13, I remember when I was a kid, I went into my parents' room. They had a TV in their room, and MTV used to play music videos. So this was maybe I was even younger, bro. But have you ever seen or heard by Pimp C Pimpin' All Over the World?
Of course.
That music video was playing, and it's literally just dudes with like different chicks in every area code of the world.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And cool whips. And then Rick Ross came out with like Hustlin' and all that, and I started getting on YouTube and watching like Allen Iverson highlights and basketball highlights. And
then you thought you were going to be an NBA or something?
No, I had a mini hoop and would just play Hustlin' by Rick Ross and dunk on my mini hoop when I was like
damn, so you were super street at the age of like 12.
I wasn't at all, but I wanted to be. Yes. Yeah. I wanted to be. Yes. This was like a life I wanted. I just thought it was cool, dude, because it's like you have girls, money, and I guess fame. It's like dope as fuck.
So let's paint the whole picture. Let's paint the whole picture though. Where were you in this house? Like how old were you? 12 years old. And where did you live?
So I grew up, I was born and raised in Denver, Colorado.
So you were doing this in Denver, Colorado?
Yeah, in Denver, Colorado.
Like by yourself in front of your house?
No, my brother, I actually have a twin bro.
Okay.
Eric, you met him maybe.
Yeah.
He used to like laugh at me. Like watching me, like he would watch me.
He wasn't with that shit.
He was, but he was just like, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? Because like in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm Iverson right now. And I'm like 13, dunking on like a mini hoop.
Like Iverson with the braids, Iverson?
No, like white Iverson with a headband, fucking Slash. This kid's such a pussy.
Did that sustain? Like, were you always looking like at, I don't know, I guess in your life growing up, were you always looking outwards at other things, like what you could be, or what you thought you could want it to be? Like,
yeah, I've always been, my whole life, I was always like very outspoken and like comfortable around people. I don't really know how to explain that, but like anytime I could walk into a room, I could be like friendly with somebody and like become friends with everybody.
Even when you were younger?
Even when I was younger. When I was in 6th and 7th grade, I was doing acting classes.
What the fuck? You thought you were going to be an actor back then, or your parents saw you?
I did. Well, I liked doing it. And my mom was like, well, let's try it. And I've never told anybody this really. Like, I've told a couple of my close friends, but when I was like 12 and 13, they thought that, you know, I got headshots, and my family, my mom was super supportive of me. My dad could give two fucks.
He was like, what are you doing?
He's like, what the fuck? This is going to last like a week or two. Yeah. And I started flying to LA and doing...
From Colorado?
Yeah, and doing auditions.
For what kind of roles?
For movies. I auditioned for Bad News Bears, the second one with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, shit.
For Tanner. He was like the shortstop the punk kid, which I think I fit the role, but I didn't really look like the kid they wanted.
Yeah.
And then I did audition for Meet the Fockers with Ben Stiller.
Oh my God, a classic.
And I got a call back for that. Probably would have changed my life. And they just took out the scene completely.
Oh, so you shot the scene?
No, I like went in and like.
Oh, and they're like, we don't want this anymore.
We didn't shoot the scene, but we like in the audition, like we pretty much, I was in the hospital bed, like just that's how they wanted me to do the audition. They had me read like 3 or 4 different styles.
Oh, and then what they said, we didn't want to use the scene anyway.
They just cut the scene, so it was like no one got it. So then that shit happens. But
did you actually get any roles ever?
I didn't. We only did like 2 or 3, and then I got offered to do some like horror film. My mom was like, "This is just like one of those crazy horror films that like would be on Netflix now. That's dog shit, but like would never make it to like a real studio back then." But it just got like that shit's expensive, and it's like so time consuming, and
trying to act,
just like not being in LA trying to do it.
Right.
So we just kind of like gave it up.